Okay, so welcome to Los Carros Farm on a sort of sunny, glad it's a little bit overcast Friday afternoon. And today we decided to have our go at making biochar. Now we'll show you later that Dennis has been modifying the 44 gallon drums, 200 litre metal drum, and we're going to follow Jon Jandai. I watched a video of his from Thailand, permaculturalist from Thailand. He's talking about a 2-drum method. Now there's quite a lot of different methods. We're also going to get another drum and try that just with a single drum, just feeding it from the bottom. And there's also another way of having cutting a cone shape in the soil and burning it in there, and we've got plenty of space here. We'll give that one a go as well, I'm thinking. So that's 3 different methods that we can try without spending a lot of money on trying to build a specialist device for it. They do biochar here, or charcoal here in the Philippines, but I think what they do is, Dennis, you said they throw water on it, don't they?
Yeah,
So they burn it in a drum, which is similar to what the second method we're going to try, and then they throw water on to quench it. And so that's the one that we want to. Now I did hear a guy say the best way to do that is have a lot of ice, have really cold water, and do it when the fire's sort of really raging, and you get the biggest change in temperature, and that gets the best result. So anyway, this is just our preparation. We're hoping to get the fire started today and have a go at building it. So at the moment we're just cleaning up. We're whippersnippering around this space here. Now all of this at some stage has to be dug in to make a bigger area here. So we've got enough flat ground here that we can start to do our biochar and maybe even our composting in this area too. So what I've done here, I've started to separate the obvious drier wood. It has been raining quite a bit, so nothing's going to be really dry. But most of this is sort of sitting up above on the piles. The next one is a little bit damp, and the next one is even started to break down. Now the interesting thing we've found here, as I've dug up this part, now this is the Gemalina trees that we chopped from this area, and they've probably been here about 18 months. Now have a look down here. This is the mycelium web, and that's what we've got to aim for everywhere on the farm. Now like I say, after 18 months of this just sitting here and decaying, and the ants in there and probably worms and fungi and bacteria, that's what's happening. Our aim is to get that happening everywhere. So as I pulled up this wood, a lot of these bits of wood have got the mycelium, that white spider web looking substance on it. We're doing our first attempt at making charcoal here, and we've started with the 200 litre bin. It's got holes all in the bottom, and it's got a little lip here that we can put a lid on, which is this one here. So what we're going to do is finish filling this with wood. Now we're about maybe a quarter to a third of the way. We've been going for about 10 minutes, so I reckon half to 30 to 40 minutes we should have filled this, no trouble. The biggest problem with this one is you've got to cut all the sticks to length, and that's a bit of a pain. So some of the other methods where you can just feed it in and let it burn and drop down that way would be a lot easier, that's for sure. Well, there's a little bit of heat in there. Okay. Yeah, that should be. Let's see if that. Okay. So we've started our fire. We think we should have left a little bit of space in the top of the drum. So we're on top of this now, and we need it to burn down. We're starting to get it going. We're building up the sticks on top. It's a different way of lighting it from the top and have it burn down. But we'll see how we go. Things are possibly a bit wet too. It has been wet, so we got the fire going finally, and yeah, we've got a nice little fire there now. So we're just gonna watch it, and we want it to get, I think, into the top third or so burning before we put this on. and that's when we really see it to stoke up. Yeah. And then we want to dig it here enough to sit it down in and put the mud around it. So. And a pile around this.
Oh, there's a rain.
Oh,
wrong timing.
That's not good timing. Well, wouldn't you know it? We can hear rain coming. Oh, great. We've just got our fire going really well. Starting to go down, and we might still try and put that on top and see how we go. It might keep going if it's not too heavy, but there's definitely rain coming. So the other thing we're doing is we're digging a little bit of a hole here to take this in. We've got a couple of sticks there made ready that we'll put through and then carry it to here. Oh, I'll do it right next to it, but it will be very hot. I reckon it gets 800 to 1,000 degrees with it drawing up like that. And then we're digging some. Good thing here we got very clayey soil, so this actually doesn't need much added water at all because it's been wet. So we could probably just push that around without any added water, which is good. Might save us going up and bringing some down. So we'll keep going and see how we go. Hey, well, here we are. We've our first biochar maker, and that looks like it's actually burning quite well there. There's a little bit of smoke out of the top, but not too bad. So we just got to watch it now. Now what they say is that the heat marks at the top of the 200-gallon drum there will work down to the bottom, and that's when you know it's cooked all the way to the bottom. It'll take an hour to 2, I think. Now it's probably not stacked as tight as we should have. Probably means it's going to be quite a bit quicker. So yeah, we're getting a bit of black smoke. It's probably more to that the wood probably isn't completely dry, I think. So if we had perfectly dry wood, I think the idea is that you don't get, well actually a lot of that's probably the paint or whatever on the edge of the drum too, I think, coming off. But you can see how that heat is already coming up on the outside. And when I touched the top after it only just a few seconds on, it was quite warm. Oh yeah, you can really feel the heat coming off that. Oh, this is good. See how this works for us and what our charcoal turns out like. And then we've got to charge the charcoal to make it actual biochar. This will make charcoal. But once we then charge it, we'll see how it goes then. So you can really see now that this is screaming up past there. Still got smoke coming out the top. But you can see the heat down to here. And I'm guessing 2 reasons. We didn't pack it as tight. It's probably what it should be. And also the things are probably still wet. And I can see what happened. This side is slower. This had the bigger chunks. Now that needs to be the bigger stuff probably needs to be in the middle. And the smaller maybe around the outside. Because the side that I had the smaller stuff on has gone faster. Anyway, we'll keep it going and see how it looks. Okay, well we finished our charcoal burning. It rained quite heavily and it hadn't quite finished. And it looks to me like over this side, if this is an indication, this side didn't get hot enough where those bigger pieces were, but it did down here in another section. Okay, so I'm down at our attempt at making charcoal from the other day. Still here with the mud over, so what I've got to do now is take off the mud. I think I'll have to get the shovel. Take off the mud, open it up and see what we got. Well, as expected, some haven't burnt. Wouldn't say it's this hasn't quite gone through. As you can see, it's a bit brown there, but that hasn't burnt. Yeah, so a little bit of a disappointment. That's only from the rain. The rain and the fact that, yeah, this one hasn't burnt through all the way. So I'm just going to put them aside there. We'll have to cook them again. I don't think it was hot enough for long enough. I think that's the problem. Wow, we didn't do very well at all.
Oh no!
I think that rain really made it too cold too quickly, and we lost all the heat. Heat didn't stay in it for long enough. So we've got a bit of ash down the bottom there. We ended up with only a very small amount in the bottom, and as you can see, some is still brown there, it hasn't burnt. So not a great attempt. We're going to have to try that again. So here we go, we've got a tiny bit of ash. Let me see if I can get some of it. It's okay, but it's not the way that I've seen some of them where they clink almost like glass. We can still use it. Not the bits that aren't burnt though. I'll still use it, but yeah, it's not, I guess, okay for our first attempt, but we've got to get a whole lot better than that.